Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Seekers Session 14, I believe. We are +1 Sean, but -1 Mike. Welcome, how are you all doing? It has been a while. Sean, why don't you regale us with your tales of, finals and surviving? Also, how did you manage to get farther down in your chair? Alright, go.
Oh.
Sorry.
Here, I was just leaning forward. Here, I'll scoot in. There we go.
It's all good.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah, I went into finals like right after the last session I was on. Dead Week was horrible because I had like 5 final projects and 4 of them were due during Dead Week. So that was a big crunch. And then finals week should not have been that bad. It was just 1 more project and 2 exams. And then I went home so that I could move back in multiple parts the weekend before finals. And I got sick.
Oh, no fun.
Yeah. So like I get sick during finals week. That makes it everything's so much more fun than it needs to be.
Right.
And I managed to get through my 2 exams, and I had that 1 project left that I had to get done by Saturday at noon. And I sat down Friday early in the day. It doesn't look like it's going to take that long. It's not that long of a project. It's by far the shortest one. And I finish it Saturday morning at 8 a.m.
Oh God.
And then I go to bed, and I get up at noon because I have to. And then I pack up, and I finish packing up and cleaning the room like 10 minutes before my deadline to check out. And I drive across the state on like 4 hours of sleep.
Wow. Well, that's an adventure.
It was good fun. See, the best part was when I went to turn in that project, I saw that there was, because the submission website and the course website were different websites. I saw the submission website had a different version of the assignment description, and I thought, if there's anything different that I need to do for this project, it's not going to happen. And I looked at it, and the only difference that I could find was I had to do a 2-page write-up that I had to submit with the project. And at this point, it was like 7:10 in the morning, and I hadn't slept in like 24 hours. And I was like, let's do this.
Wow.
Just wrote out 2 pages in like 20 minutes. I didn't proofread it, didn't care.
I'm getting tired just listening to that. It's like
Yeah,
I was just like getting exhausted.
I've done as little as possible this past week.
Always college.
The worst thing you can do is reread your assignment afterwards and then find all the errors you made. That's really bad. You're just like, oh my God. And you write this is, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
That's bad.
But I'm done for the summer.
Well, that is awesome.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Are you working in the summer, or are you just
No, because my
Nice.
last hope for an internship was like, fuck yourself. So now I don't have anything to do.
You could work at the coffee shop, I'm sure you would be pretty good at that.
I did apply to a bookstore, so we'll see what happens there.
You should go to you should go to one of those bookstore and coffee shop things that go together, right?
I used to work at one of those, actually.
I hear they're
That's
great.
pretty cool. That would be good for you. You should do that. There you go. That's some solid
Why are you
advice.
living
Good
in
for
Portland,
me.
Oregon? I've never seen one of those. Like, I hear about them as a
You're
concept.
definitely too
Well,
far away from the
wait,
kids.
great.
Have you ever been to a Barnes & Noble?
Look out for the hipsters.
Yeah, but there's not a coffee shop in Barnes & Noble.
Yeah, there is. Like half of them have Starbucks stands inside of them. Like they literally have a cafe built into the store, like a full cafe.
Okay.
At least the one I worked at.
I feel like that's not true, but I believe you, I guess.
It's look of the
that
like
has not been my
5
experience with Barnes & Noble, but
of the like 5 Barnes & Nobles I've been to, I think 4 of them had that cafe built in.
Okay, well, I'm just going to the 1 of 5, I guess. This is the other issue.
One that
Is I
doesn't
do
have
most of my
coffee.
book shopping at Powell's because I can get it super cheap, and there's no coffee in Powell's.
Mm-hmm.
Powell's,
Yeah.
I think, is a Portland local shop. I guess I should say that's not like a chain. It is. There's 2 locations, but I think they're both like locally owned. Anyway, really exciting talk that is. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what me. I did finals, and then I came home ready to lie down and be absorbed by the earth. And now I just play Final Fantasy 14 all the time.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Did you see the trailer for the remake for?
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah.
I wanted to ask Greg as well. Did you see that shit?
I saw the trailer. Yeah. Yeah.
I am.
Did anybody pick up her re at the start of that? No? Just me? Okay, I'll sit here
So,
quietly. 'Cause I
here's
thought
the
that's what
thing.
she was going for.
Most of the time when I watch trailers, I don't watch them with sound. In case they are
Okay.
cringy, and if I like them, I might rewatch them with sound. I don't know why, but like trailers, I don't know. Trailers and I have a really difficult relationship, so you know.
That's amazing.
My life is exhausting, dude. I don't know why I do it. I have no idea. When I start watching it, if I like it, I'll rewatch it with sound. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did not rewatch it with sound yet. I don't know what that says about the trailer, but maybe I'll do.
I don't
So,
know.
maybe that's
I
why I
saw it, and it looked like exactly what I expected, to be honest. Like, there was nothing in there that made me go, whoa, I didn't see that one coming.
Oh,
Actually,
if
yep,
there was
that
that, I
sure
guess
is
it
Final
wouldn't be a
Fantasy
good
VII.
remake.
I might
I
send you
just
the.
wish I was more optimistic about it.
I mean, like, you already have Final Fantasy VII. It's already perfectly good. It's a perfectly good and complete
Yeah.
game. Just go. You don't, what do you need a remaster for?
It's graphically
Yeah, that's
pretty
what you
cool.
always think, and then you go back to the really old graphics. And I think for people who are much younger, I think going back to really old graphics can be difficult sometimes. Like if you replay 8 these days, you know, you're the most handsome guy I've ever met, right? And that guy is just 14 pixels, you know? That's just not...
Stop
I think it's a pretty unique
Really?
view.
I really enjoyed 8 when I was a kid and a teenager, and now I play it and I can't look at it.
To be
I
fair,
really
8
like
is
8
ugly
too,
as
and
sin.
many people didn't like it. But I-
Seven looks better than 8 does. 8 is an ugly game.
oh yeah.
I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
an issue with like those early like full-on 3D texture games, because like the older games that are still sprite-based artworks, they hold up reasonably well, right? It's like the jump from Daggerfall to Morrowind and the Elder Scrolls games too, where like Daggerfall, you can look at it, it's all sprite art, it's like that weird pseudo 3D thing, and it holds up reasonably well. And then you look at Morrowind, and you're like, oh.
Mhm.
Hello.
Morrowind does not hold up all that
Yeah,
well.
it's really hard to go back to that. I tried that once and then like, no.
I always mod the fuck out of my Morrowind, and then I went back to it. I'm like, this is not Morrowind, and then I remembered I had like a 2,000-page mod list.
Oh jeez.
Oh,
That's a lot of mods.
Yeah, I still play
And
Morrowind.
then
I only play it stock.
Oblivion came out,
I
right?
only
Like,
play stock Morrowind.
mine was exactly like Oblivion before Oblivion came out. And like it took me like 3 weeks just to get the mods back when I first played it, and then I went back to get all the mods the second time. I was like, yeah, nah, this is too much fucking work. I'll just mod Oblivion now.
See, I never mod Morrowind because it's the last Elder Scrolls game that's good without them.
It's true. I missed having an actual character sheet.
Yeah.
But you can mod in a kitchen.
Yeah. I might send you the Shadowbringers trailer, Greg, because it's like the new Final Fantasy 14 expansion, like the perfect mix between like actually cool and edgy 13-year-old wet dream, and
Yeah.
it's I'm so excited for it. I'm so,
Well-
I'm so excited for it.
One day I'll get to Final Fantasy 14
For the
on
wet
Fridays,
dream
and
or
we'll
for
just,
the
like,
actual
play
cool
together.
stuff? Yeah.
A mix of the two.
Alrighty. Well, good to have you back, Sean. What about the rest of you? What have you been up to in the last week or so?
It's the NBA playoffs, so watching a lot of basketball.
I was waiting.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the sports talk.
It's always waiting for it.
If you're playing,
Night now.
if you're playing the Seekers bingo, tick that one off.
Yep.
And now we need Greg to have some hustle, and we'll just say, yeah, tick that one off now, just for the sake of it.
Am I hustling you too much, man? You need some more time to unwind. No. Okay. All right. Sure. Apparently not.
No,
Well
I'm
then,
good.
we'll hustle along. What you been
No,
up to?
I meant your hustle as in like you've been
the
hustling
betting.
playing basketball, because we all know you go down to the local park and just show the kids, remind them you got game.
Yep. The 14-year-old.
I mean, to be fair, they were high schoolers. I don't know what year, but
That's what I would have said. If I be 14-year-old kids, that's what I would have said.
I mean, if you come to the park, you got game. I mean, like, you gotta play. Anyway, whatever.
Called it.
I only dunked on the 2 of them. Okay, it's fine.
Tell us all of the sports stuff, Dan. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, you're good.
Um,
Blazers are in the 7th game of their series.
Go Blazers. Are we for the Blazers? We're for the Blazers, right? Go Blazers.
100% for the Blazers.
Yes.
I don't know if anyone agrees with me, but yeah, it's going good. Watching a lot of basketball.
All right, good. Thrilling update in your life there.
I mean, I don't want to bore people on basketball who don't. I could break down in depth like the reasons why Portland's not winning these games, but
we could do that like today before Pikachu.
Yeah, not trying to bore people with that.
Alrighty. Faye, Millman, you got anything you want to shout out, or shall we jump in here? What's been going on with y'all?
Working and breaking my setup this week, and then having a great 2-day depression, and then it just started working again when I was in contact with support. That was interesting.
Yep, that's how it always goes, isn't it?
I was working at work, and everybody's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just trying to figure out something." And they're like, "Are you sure? You look really like..." I'm normally really upbeat because I'm like, "Yay, I'm actually getting paid to be here." And then I'll like be fine. Everybody thinks I'm a really happy person, even though I hate all of them. But like, but this last week, I was like extremely like the whole time. You know that meme where it's like he's being real quiet. I wonder if he's cheating on me. And he's like, the car won't start. Right? That was me. Right? Like I was like, I can't figure this out. I've tried everything, new cables, new drivers on both ends. I've fucked with everything. I pulled it out, I put it back in, put it in different slots, everything. And then when the guy started emailing me back and forwards to get information while I was opening stuff that I can't get access to normally, he was like, "Oh yeah, you need to put this code into the software and it'll pop up another pop-up menu." I clicked one thing and it just decided to work. Right? Like it flickered a couple times and then turned back on, and I was like, "You motherfucker."
You know what happens to me when I contact tech support? I always get a "Dear Mr. Feyama," you know, with my female name inserted. And I'm like...
I hate...
And then I write my name underneath, so it's very clear that I am a woman, and then it will just repeat itself again and again. Every time you get a new person, you get about 5 of them, and at some point I'm just like, Jesus Christ, please stop it. Like, and they'll always ask again for the description of what happened. You always have like an email that is this long with all the description stuff, you know, and I'm just getting... I can't do tech support. It drives me insane.
This is why you should just read the exact thing like an essay, right? Like, and you just read it, and they're like, "Oh wow, that's really in depth." I'm like, "I know. If you look
sent it to you already."
Yeah, I should just make one file and just copy paste it every single
that's what I was
time.
gonna
It doesn't like don't even answer the specific questions. Just have this one form that you always paste. You know, doesn't matter if they ask for it or not.
My thing that gets me is my real name. They always say it wrong, so I just started mixing it up and giving them different names. I was a Michael, a Nathan. I even tried Sven one day. That was interesting. "Hello, Mr. Sven." And I was like, "Hello." And they're like, "What the fuck?" Is expecting some old Polish guy, right? Like, this is fucking with them. I've been Ivan. And
Ivan.
I went for an Ivan. Igor.
I like Igor.
Igor,
That's going to be the
good.
next name I give at Fuddruckers.
Right? Like every time I just give like, because nobody ever gets my name right. If I write it down, they're like, "Oh, you're that." I'm like, "No, that's not my name. Please don't do that." So yeah, I've been fucking with tech support stuff and making my coworkers think I'm either becoming an axe murderer or they're seeing the truth that I hate them all, because I hate them all.
Okay. Wow. Shocking confessions from Millman.
You know, we've all been there. We've all been there.
I think we all have.
Nobody.
Shocking.
I never thought just tech failure would break me so bad, because I was like, seriously, wandering around. People are like, my mum was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I can't get it to fucking work. Tried everything. I don't want to have to wait 2 weeks for a new part to come, because I live in Australia. There's no next day delivery bullshit. I have to wait 2 weeks for something to come in the mail. Like,
And then it comes from very, very far away, so you know you never know what might happen to it.
I can order something from the same state, and it still takes 2 weeks, right? Like, I could drive there in 20 minutes, but they won't let me pick it up. I have to get it sent. And I'm like, "Please, can I just come to your depot and pick it up?" They're like, "No, I'm sorry. You'll have to wait for it to come in the mail. And I'm like, please don't do this to me. I just don't have it.
Millman, are you like me in that you don't like casually focus on things, but instead you'll like find something to focus on and just like laser focus on that thing, and you'll like, put all focus in that.
So do you know how people like in general, you see it on Twitter and everything, they're like, my life is depressing and I'm depressed and I'm always looking for something new. No, I am the exact opposite. I keep myself so focused, I have no time to be depressed or upset. Right? Like I'm always upbeat because I know I've got something I can do, right? Twitch streaming and playing video games keeps me so distracted. I don't give a fuck about the world, right? Like nothing could happen that would make me sad and then click off the distraction and then I'm ruined. Right?
Holy
like,
shit, this turned into like a therapeutic session today.
right?
You know, Dungeons and Dragons and life therapy. It's a strategy. You know,
Twitch goes under and Millman is just beside himself, doesn't know what to do anymore.
I went from YouTube to Twitch. If this goes to shit, I'm not going to Mixer. So it really will. I'll make my own website.
Millman just start uploading to Pornhub.
Yeah, good at Vimeo.
That'll be me. I will be the next guy. I'll be the next creamer on Pornhub. I'll get my blazer and everything, and all my content has nothing to do with porn.
All right. I think that's a good time to step in and stop this. So, Sean, it has been a few weeks since you had the opportunity to play with us. You were looking to get caught up a little bit on what happened. Does any of you want to fill in, Sean, with the events of the last few sessions?
I stole literally everything from the Silver Realm to the point where it tore out 5 parts of my skull trying to leave the realm. I ate everything. I drank everything. We killed some black-haired lady in there. We just killed a heart, and I stole a cigar from some sort of dude from that realm too. We fought the wizard guy, the one with the eyes, and then
Wow, Millman. Jesus Christ.
Dan read.
You guys fought. I ran. You guys fought.
Right.
Dan read a bunch of book from the bunch of stuff from a book that he took from the Silver Realm, which turned out to be an awesome spell book. He learned Gate and a bunch of other cool abilities, and then we killed a bunch of shit. And I'm cursed still. Oh, and we hung out with the witch again. She fucking freaks me out. Not a fan.
So, did you get any of that, Sean?
Yeah. Wait, did you kill the wizard when you fought him?
No, we did do some, hefty damage, but I don't have a magic weapon, so it was a bit of a fuck around.
Mm-hmm.
Side note, he
It's not
can't
accurate. You
sleep
have a
me.
magic weapon. I gave you that.
Okay.
You still have that dagger.
No,
You
I
gave
lost
the
the
dagger
dagger
away
when
to
I
the
came.
witch.
Oh, you gave the dagger away to get the pipe.
Yeah.
Don't have
So just for sanity reasons, when we went through that portal, it closed behind us, and we had to reopen it by putting things into bowls. And we did achieve that eventually by traveling through that realm of the Silverlord and collecting different things and defeating several encounters. Made it back, some more successfully than others. And then we went back to the manor house where the wine dude was, right? The vineyard owner, but he was not the vineyard owner. He was actually the evil wizard dude who was trying to get a spell book of Genlar that he had taken from that Silver Realm and had brought back. And Genlar escaped through a portal back to Sarmanath, while the others of us fought the wizard in that place. That's also where we found you. You were apparently in the cellar there, together with like all the people who were working at the vineyard, and together with the owner who was poisoned, I think, and he died.
We also think you need to call at the SVU. You may have been molested and may need counseling and to submit a bunch of reports. I don't know. I thought I'd make it interesting for him.
Okay, so, Tom, you spent a little bit of time waiting to see if your companions would come back, and decided to return to the Manor Taranj to make sure that the statue problem had been dealt with. Upon arriving, you found the statue problem dealt with, and a very jovial Taranj who offered you drink after drink after drink after drink, and eventually you just drank until you woke up and were being untied by your companions sometime later in the cellar.
Dun, dun.
And you've been regaled with this story. The three of you have set off in a carriage and are making your way up the road from just outside of Colvier, past the town bridge, back towards Sarmanath. It's a 2-day journey. It'll take you some time. Probably be enough time for Tom to sober up at some point during this. Although we're not sure whether or not he's ever really sober anymore. Janlar, you walked through a magical gate and arrived in Sarmanath, where you were immediately kind of detained, maybe oddly, in the Tower of the Seekers. You've learned that there's been some sort of disruption in Sarmanath, where there's some kind of battle took place. People died, and they were concerned about your ability to get past their alarms and their basically defenses against people just teleporting into the inner sanctum of their tower. And so you gave up your book and your items to the Dragon Janlar and Brand of Sarmanath. Eventually they released you and said, you know, we don't see anything wrong with this book. It seems to be just a normal book of limericks. They have not yet released your magical items as of last session, but during the course of a couple of days they will. They see nothing wrong with them. And you are allowed to freely do what you will amongst the town of Sarmanath for about a couple days. So I want to know, despite being watched by the Seekers a little bit to make sure nothing funky happens, what have you been up to while your companions are traveling back towards you? What have you been doing in Sarmanath?
You say I'm allowed to travel around Sarmanath, the city, no problem.
Yes.
Well, I would, after a little bit of time trying to regain my memory of the situation since I'd lost some of it reading the book, I would go back and meet up with, what's his name? My wizard trainer. No, I can't think of his name.
Go ahead and give me...
what's my wizard?
Go ahead and give me an intelligence roll, saving throw, to see if this memory has been lost.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you would have spent some time trying to figure out how to get your hit points back, or are they permanently gone, Greg?
They have not returned in a long rest. I think I let you know that you have suffered some amount of curse. A 14 does in fact meet your DC with the book here. Your excuse me. Your mentor's name is Tomas.
Tomas, yep, there it is. Just when I found it, of course. Yeah, so I'll go talk with Tomas.
Okay. All right. You eventually find your way into the kind of merchant's quarters of the Seekers town, and you find Tomas happily doing business. The big sign on the door, you know, apprentice has become a Seeker. I am awesome. All the good trappings there. He seems to do a little thriving business in little odds and ends, small enchanted items, and of course spell components for those wizards of the town. As he sees you come in, he smiles broadly. Janlar! I did not know that you were returning! Come in! Tell me of your adventures! What great deeds have you gone up to this time?
We have done much. Traveled to other realms. Acquired great gifts of magic. Is in fact why I'm here today.
Excellent! Have you come to share? I'll put them up on display. We could make a fortune. Yes.
No, just to show another interested party. I'd like to see if you have any knowledge about this stuff that I found. Is there anybody around us? I don't want to just talk about this out in the open.
No, you're in a shop. There's probably a couple of people perusing, trying to find just the right grade of bat guano. But you and him are up at the counter away from people. This is, while it is a shop that does decent business, magical components are not something that draw large crowds.
Okay. Even with that, I still want to make sure that we're 100% alone. So I'll ask him to meet me in the back when he's ready.
Oh, sure. You walk into the back that you're all too familiar with, having swept the floors there many a time. After a few moments have passed, Tomas comes to join you. Oh, so what secrets have you for me? Huh?
And then I'll take the book out and ask him if he can read it without telling what it is.
Okay. He picks it up, flips through it some, and says, it seems to be a bunch of limericks. Old ones at that. I don't run into most of these. At least during my normal day.
Say, indeed. So you see a book of limericks as well. This is very odd indeed. You see, when I read this book, I inherit powers of magic that I've never known before.
Oh. Are you a bard?
No, I'm your apprentice.
That's what I thought, but it wouldn't be the first time someone went away, became something else while I wasn't looking. Well, I don't know how that is. Perhaps it's enchanted in some way? I could study it for you if you wish.
No, that's fine. I wanted to see if you could read it as well. It appears to be accustomed to me in some way.
Very interesting book. I will do some thinking on it. Perhaps I will find an answer for you.
Yeah, if you can't read that, then I'll just kind of schmooze with him a little bit and then head back to
Alrighty.
wherever I was staying.
Okay. Was there anything else you wanted to do for a couple days, or should we smash over to the rest of our party here?
No, I feel like I've had a pretty rough go of it. I've lost like 30 or 20 hit points of HP, so
right.
I'm probably pretty tired.
Okay. So you spend a restful few days in Sarmanath just going about your odds and ends. So, the rest of you, Tom and Sambar and Rose and Gorik, you are riding your carriages through the plains, following the old road that connects Kolvir to Sarmanath. What is it like as you travel? You've just met Tom again, really, for the first time in a few days for you, but an eventful and long-lasting few days. Tom, you've been reunited with your seemingly disappeared party. What is it like as you travel along this road together?
What happened to you guys? I thought you were all gone.
I mean, I'm still partially gone. As I'm like sitting there making arrows in the back of the cart and fucking smoking this stupidly big green cigar.
Partially? You look all there to me.
Oh, you should see through the witch's lens. Apparently, I'm all kinds of fucked up.
I hear cold showers can help with that.
No, they can't.
I say, he has a hole there, and I poke my finger into his belly button.
Stop it! Stop it!
Oh, wait, I have one of those too. Is this should I be worried?
No, she's
I mean,
just like, poking me. Stop it.
Is yours necrotic? Or bad energy? I mean,
I don't think so.
should I try? I'm gonna poke his belly button as well. It feels the same. I don't know. I'd have to get the glass back. But she said he has a hole, and it's not good. So I don't know.
Gorik kind of nods his head out of a very sleepy pose and looks at you and says, I would not worry Tom too much. Sambar has acquired a curse. It's not a mere belly button issue.
But it is right there.
Stop poking me!
I'm sorry. I don't want to go back to the realm of the Silver Lord. It's not a good place.
It was fun. until we had to leave.
Well, now I'm getting mixed reviews here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to make of this.
Fun doesn't mean safe. Does that make it any better?
Yeah, no, I think I'm
It
getting
was
the
an
message now.
epic adventure. You missed out on so much. We killed a big green guy, and we ate. Oh, I ate a bunch of stuff. There was fruits this big. Like, look at this. And I reach into my bag and I pull out. How many we got left?
I think you still have like 10 at least.
You have
No,
a lot
no.
of fruit. You put one in like an
I got
urn
6.
too.
I got 6. So like it's the size of a basketball, and it's like a big orange.
Well, you were off having your epic adventure. I went back to Torange, and he gave me the best wine that he had, and I have to say I've never had anything quite like it.
You mean like these ones? And I reach in my bag and pull out 4 of them. Like, you touch them, and I'll cut your hands off.
Wait, does he pull out wine bottles?
He does,
I've got
yes.
450
They ransacked Taranja's
bottles.
cellar after they dealt
I
with
know.
the wizard.
These were given to me by the imposter. Thank you very much. I did not take anything from the dead man.
And I
No,
lean in.
you just took it from the imposters or taking it from anybody, right?
I lean in a little bit. I'm like, I've been there. I've done that. I have new avenues to explore. Enjoy.
I lean in real close. Do we need to have an intervention?
No. You don't get it. If you drink a lot of the same wine, you're an alcoholic. But if you drink a bunch of different wines, you're a connoisseur.
Oh. Write that down, Rose. I feel like that's important etiquette. Don't get drunk on the
Connoisseur.
same. Yeah.
How do you write that, you think?
I have no idea. Don't ask me to spell.
Is that
I'm
only for
strong,
wine?
I'm
Does that count for beer?
I would
What
assume
about
so.
other poisons?
Maybe you're a poison taster?
Yeah, that's a sign of experience.
I'll make a little question mark right here.
Okay.
There we go. I think honestly, it's like the dumbest conversations the entire.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. Yeah, very much small talk is being made for 2 straight days on this road. All
Well,
right.
I was expecting him to have great stories, right? And then he's just like, "Oh, I was an alcoholic," and we're like, "Oh."
I'm just going.
I waited the night for you, and you never came back. I thought you were gone.
Well, good to know. You'll keep
wine,
searching
and it was
for
so
us.
good. What was I gonna do? Say no?
I mean, in my little etiquette book, it says if somebody invites you in and they're all by themselves and they make you drink a lot of wine, that's not a good thing, and you should pay attention. Maybe we should have like a warning, like some kind of signal next time. I don't know.
Side note: let's not knock on realm doors 3 times.
Noted.
Also, I want that pendant, so we have to find the crazy guy again. I'm sure he'll turn up again. It's a plot line.
Pendant? What?
So, in the realm of the Silver Lord, there's lots of murals of him. I've got one here, and I like open my bag and pull out like one of the images of him like handing out shit.
You see a large wooden plaque. It is lacquered and oiled, and is large. It's about the size of Sambar's torso. Large enough to be held in 2 hands. Obviously meant to be hung somewhere. It has little markings on it that would hold wires. And it depicts the Silver Lord in various poses. This particular one shows him handing out grain to the citizens of his realm.
Wait, shouldn't we destroy that?
Don't you fucking dare. Alright? I'm sick because of this stuff. You're not burning it on me, because then I'm sick for no reason.
Well, we don't have to destroy everything, but shouldn't we get rid of his icon?
No, I like this. I took this.
Iconography.
See this pendant, and I point on all of the different things. I want that pendant. And the evil guy's got it. And I got electrocuted for it. And he tried sleeping me, and then he hit me with something else. I can remember being hit, and it was not a good time. I want that pendant.
Okay, but like, do you need the plaque to get the pendant?
Yes, because when it magically doesn't come to me automatically, because of plot lines, I'm gonna have to need an image to show people when I'm trying to find it. if you're playing D&D bingo, tick off breaking the fourth wall for Millman.
At some point in the journey, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic, so I'll memorize that one day.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if like the black or anything else radiates magic.
Oh,
'Cause
my
I
whole
might, I might
bag.
just have to set it on fire if it does.
My whole bag.
So
burns
the
your
plaques themselves are not magical.
Okay.
You do sense a magic from Millman's bag. He has a fair bit of items that he has taken from the Silver Lord's realm. Some of them are magical to varying degrees.
Okay.
And of course, the normal magical items that you would see on the player characters. You found most of the loot with them. You're familiar with it.
Right.
Probably of some interest to you. There are magical, like, little blocks that are found in Rose's bag or wherever she keeps her newly acquired dragon scales. And they radiate out to you. I think that's the newest things that you would find.
Okay, so the plaques themselves don't like radiate magic.
They do not.
Okay, then I guess I can leave them.
Okay. So, this small talk carries on for your conversation as you make your way through the plains. Eventually, on the tail end of your second day, as you're kind of rounding the bend, closing in on Sarmanath, you're probably a few hours away from the city itself. You find a group of winged creatures circling the mountaintops, or not so much the mountaintops, but the mountains that rise up to your east as you travel along. They are circling in a very predatory way, much very similarly to what you saw on your way into.
Is it the griffins again?
Garage. As you look at them and get a good look at them, yes, you do indeed see these griffins predatorily circling the something to the in the mountains to the east of you.
Question, Dan.
Yes.
Oh, not Dan. Sorry, Greg. How we discussed this last session? I can make like 10 arrows a day. Can we say during this journey I've been making arrows so that I have more than 4?
Yes.
Because I did say I was making arrows
Yes,
during.
you were whittling your own horns into arrows in the back while you were having these conversations with Rose and Goric and Tom. You have 2 days worth of arrow supply made up.
Perfect. I've got no components left. I will need to buy more. Hell
Perfect.
yeah.
All right.
So we said that it is not. Is it common for griffins to act like this? We said they act very out of the ordinary, right?
Yes. So the first time you saw them, Sambar let you know that these griffins seem to be tracking in a way that is unusual for large birds of prey like this. Out in the plains, he expected them to, if there was something wounded or something they wanted to eat, to have dived in and attacked it. And here, once again, you see them circling predatorily, moving along the mountain slowly, as if following something.
Was that NPC me? Because I don't.
That was
remember
NPC
this.
you, yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
NPC you rolled very well on your nature check.
I
Maybe
normally
they-
roll really well on bullshit checks anyway, so that makes sense.
Maybe they're not actually hunting something. Maybe they're still looking for something.
Do we want to go and have a gander? I mean, we can.
Well, I mean, we could. We're a bit short on manpower without Janlar here.
I'm also worried about him. What if that guy ran away and just went straight to Sarmanath? We wouldn't know.
Thank you, Rose. Thank you for being worried about me.
I
Y'all
didn't even
know
get a
I-
word
gotcha.
out before you like blowing up the.
It's the first talk I've heard of Janlar. You're lost.
Why
I
don't we
feel
grab
like-
Janla and come back here?
Well,
I
mean, I suppose we could just take the detour. Janlar's fine. He's
I was gonna say it was probably better that he got away because he didn't look too well. He looked skeletonly even.
he always looks skeletonly.
No, more than usual. He
Really?
got attacked.
Did his
and-
skin slough off? Yes.
Try. He's got 7 hit points, champ. Permanently 7 hit points.
I can die to like a short.
Yeah. if I breathed in his direction a bit too hard, I could probably blow him over.
Look, I heard a story like this about a wizard and a cleric traveling together, and the wizard of a famously weak constitution, yet he still became a famous and powerful wizard anyways. I'm sure Janlar will be okay.
He will be great, a great wizard. He is a professor already, but I was concerned for his safety on our travel. So it's kind of good that he used the gate to get away.
Oh yeah, no, I'm saying that I think it'd be fine if we took a little bit of a detour to go investigate what's going on with these griffins.
How far away are the griffins from Sarmanath? Like, how long would it take us to
You
go
are
past?
a few hours out. You would estimate 2 to 3 hours out of Sarmanath.
We can literally go back there in 2 hours.
But,
Let's go grab it.
well, but then we have to come back, so it's about 6 hours. And do you think the griffins are going to hunt for 6 continuous hours? We might lose our trail.
They were here for the entire time we were gone.
What if this is the second time and we've had fortuitous timing in both circumstances?
I think you're thinking too hard about this. We'll just go down to town. This is Dungeons and Dragons. We can go back to town, pick up Janlar, and still come back, and they're probably still going to be doing what we were doing.
Look, the fact that that would take 5 minutes of narration doesn't discount the fact that it would take 6 hours of in-game time.
So we're gonna continue this discussion for 2 hours until we reach Sarmanath. Should we actually put you on? I don't know. How long does it take? Do you think they're still gonna be there? 2 hours later, we're already at the gates. It's like, well, I guess, you know. Okay.
All right, I guess that's what happens then. You arrive in Sarmanath. The hills begin to bleed away from you as you continue your carriage journey forward, eventually leading you into the kind of smaller towns and slums that inevitably butt their way up next to larger cities. The smell of large city life kind of once again reaches your noses and slaps you awake, right? You're leaving nature and into the larger city. The sounds of trade and bustle and hustle assault your ears, and you arrive to the walls of Sarmanath. The horn blows for returning seekers as you are spotted, and you are greeted at the gates by the guards as usual, all wearing the seeker pins themselves.
Just for a note, anytime Janlar hears the return of seekers, he would stop what he's doing and go look, or try to move toward try to get a view of the gate to see if he can.
Alrighty.
And obviously, if he's super far away, he might just start heading back toward wherever he generally stays.
This happens a couple of times a day, really. Seekers come and go all the time, but the horn blows for them to, alert those in charge. You will be able to come over and see them, and on this day, your patience is rewarded as you see the 2 carriages coming into the city, being greeted by the guards. Your companions have arrived.
Then I'll head up to him.
Janlar, you survived. We were worried about you.
It's so good to see you, Rose.
Janlar, they weren't cheating, but they said to me, you truly look awful.
Rose. The 1, 2.
I'll go over to Janlar and I'll look at him. Are you okay?
Janlar, you truly do look awful. They weren't exaggerating.
I would say that you probably look really gaunt. Like, my skin is really tight around my bones, and I look way thinner than usual.
I told you. See? I was telling them I was concerned about you. That's why I was fine you went through the door. And they were saying that I was just being mean to you and that you were fine and going to be a great wizard without us. And I was like, I was concerned about you getting, axed in the face and then not coming back.
Okay, it's one thing to hear the tales. It's another thing to see them in person.
Indeed. I appreciate your concern, Sambar. I too am glad to see you return.
Well, we both know it takes more than that, little deceiving. I don't have another word. Attempted wizard to kill me. So, we'll see how it goes.
Are you still hungry?
No, it hasn't come back yet, but I'm still concerned. It will come back. I guess I've got Tom here to munch on when it actually does come around. No one's gonna comment on that? Okay, I was trying.
I'll just no. I won't say it. I'm just like,
Yeah.
Everybody just like takes him seriously, like, oh fuck, he's stronger than most of us.
You're like, he's not gonna eat me. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah. Greg,
Yes.
since I am learned and I not learned, I'm a soon to be learned. Do I have to report in everything I brought back while on our seeker missions? Like, is I want to know if the protocol has been drilled into me that I need to be like, hey, I bought some magic shit. You have to look over it, sir.
No, so that is not what has been driven into you because you're getting trained by these lovely seekers.
So in other words, I know none of the good.
What Tom and Janlar and Rose teach you is what you're learning. You've been charged with preparing yourselves for your seekerdom by traveling with them.
And
You
Janlar-
probably asked at some point if we have to report any of this stuff in on a night where Tom was especially drunk, and he just kind of said, like, leaned in close and said, "Fuck it," and then kind of like passed out a little bit in his seat. And he thought, I'm good.
Okay, I'll take it. Right?
While we're here, Janlar would tell them that he was held for his own safety, almost as a prisoner, and that his magical stuff from the realm were taken from him.
Well, I kind of don't want to have to report in now. Can I just pop over to the armor shop real quick? My bag's a bit heavy, and I could make it lighter by buying some fresh, new, pretty armor.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think we should bring what you found to the Seekers just yet.
Wait, how heavy are you talking? I could go for some new armor.
I mean, not heavy enough for you, mister. I was drunk the whole time.
I did destroy that
Don't
shrine
we have
for us.
a reward to acquire while we're here?
Oh,
That
that
too.
I'll go take care of that while you do
Janlar
your
empties
business.
his absolutely empty pockets. I got no gold. I've been scrounging on the
I
street for
got
food for
you.
the last 2 days.
Yeah, I have
I got you, Dan. I got you.
I think 20 gold pieces.
Alrighty. Sounds like you are returning to the Tower of Sarmanath to report in your successful investigation of the statue.
When we do that, I want to leave my bag with the cart
Where you
and leave a
the
nice
cart?
big note. Where are we leaving the cart? Where have we been leaving the cart, should I say?
There's a stable at the tower, isn't there? Don't we just
There
kind of
is,
like,
yes.
yeah, park it?
Do we want to leave your stuff unprotected?
I'm concerned that somebody's going to see it with magic eyes and then come and get it anyway.
So
Because
you
that
leave
feels
it.
like a Greg thing to do. So I guess I'll take it with me.
Well, you could put it in like your private room.
It's not
Uh,
like
That he
I
doesn't
to
have.
He doesn't have
Well,
I
you
have to
could
break
just
the guy every time I
chill, I
leave it.
guess. Like you don't need to come in. We can take care of the turn-in for you. Like it's just the quest turn-in part.
Somebody should go with Tom, though. I'm worried that I just spent it all on alcohol. So maybe we should,
I
just
agree.
accompany.
Look,
think I should get
I'm
the
not saying I'll
pillow?
go alone. I'm just saying that Sandbar doesn't need to come.
Hey Rose, do you want to come to the armor shop with me while he's going and getting our money and then blowing it on booze?
I'll go with Tom. I'll make sure he doesn't.
That's
Wait,
good.
And he
Yeah,
just
that's
spent it
good.
on food.
We can go to the armor shop. I like the
The
dude
crazy guy, right? He's so weird.
Crazy?
Gorik
What?
says, Gorik kind of looks to you all and says, I would like to avoid the Seeker's Hole if I could. I will go instead with you, Sandbar.
Okay, that's good. Because
All right.
there's nothing like a bit of wisdom.
So, Sambar and it sounds like Rose and Gorik are heading their own way, and Tom and Janlar are heading back into the Seeker's Tower to report in of their findings. So, you find the one who gave you this quest. I believe was Lionstalker, the head of the clerics. So you find this mountain of a man, regaled in his priestly robes of Feyam. And he is in the process of giving one of his daily sermons in the yard. There are many people in the this particular yard near the tower, heads kind of bowed in reverence as he talks of the power of the god of storms and the protectorate of the Moonflow River, and after some time eyes you, goes about finishing his sermon, and breaks up this congregation, strides his way forward to find Tom and Janlar, sticks out his enormous hand to
I
shake
give him
yours.
a secret cleric handshake.
Yes, Tom, the Lightbringer. Wonderful to see you again. So, is it done?
Yes, the job is finished. The statue was taken care of, and I'll relate exactly what happened, like investigating and going to the swamp and finding the altar to the Silver Lord and dropping a fireball in there and just bouncing it around a bunch and breaking everything.
Oh, your name is well given indeed. I have heard much the same story rumored through the castle here. It seems Janlar has spoken of it some.
Yes, although I believe the head of the estate has perished. There's a little bit more to this story, and I explain about the wizard from our initial expedition, who the eyes guy, and then I talk about how he was there and he tried to steal a book or something.
He's tried to steal the Book of Limericks. It's a very odd thing for a wizard to steal.
See. Yeah, that's... I don't know too much about it myself. To be honest, I was in a bit of a stupor after our initial job. The others had to... I believe Janlar might know a bit more about it.
He laughs a little bit to himself. He eyes Janlar and says, "Have you cast a cone of silence upon yourself?"
No. I take out the Book of Limericks and start. Do I know any limericks from like in my childhood?
Sure. What limericks did Janlar learn in his childhood?
No, mate. No, I don't have any poetry ability. Literally no poems. No.
He brings out a poem from one of Emily Pumpkin's
Janlar be nimble, Janlar be quick.
sheet.
Yeah, sure. Janlar says some kind of a poem, but he doesn't obviously read the spellbook because he knows it doesn't have poems written in it.
Okay. The giant head of Lionstalker kind of just nods a little bit at you and gives you a quizzical eye. It kind of pats Tom on the shoulder, says, "I worry for this one's mental stability. Seeking is not for everyone, but he did manage to bypass all of our defenses here in the tower. A skill that I'm not even sure Janlar herself could do."
The code of silence.
Yes, I may have done that to myself. Hold on. Are you better now? No, it appears it is still up. All right. So, I thank you for letting me know that this is done. It is a shame that we have lost the ability to study this altar. Tell me, do you still have the eyes?
I think so. You said they gave me back all the stuff I got, right?
No. Yes. During the 2 days you've been here. They had not given it to you back at the start, but you have all of your things back.
Okay. Then yes, I do have.
Guard them well. I will let our scholars know that there is seeking to be done in the tomes. We must find what we can of this chained lord and of our...
Sean, you're muted. I don't know if you can...
I'm muted!
Yeah,
I was muted! I thought you were
that's
muted! I was so
That's
confused.
why I was hiding.
I assumed it was Dan.
I know.
You couldn't do the light for Dan, not for
realized that you
me.
didn't
I'm
realize
just
that
gonna
we
do it in
did.
general now.
Yeah, no, sorry.
We have no idea what you said there. Any of it. It's great.
Oh no, that's fine. I was mostly just shit talking at that point. I was like, oh, he's got his head buried in his book, but I don't think he's mentally unstable. But
Good. Protect the eyes
Yeah,
well.
trusty alcoholic on that one.
I tell him a little. Look, Lion Stalker is too. Okay, I'm in good company.
You must know, though, when to drink and when not to. Temperance is a virtue as well.
Yes. Like after the sermon is the time to drink, and I finally give him.
Sermon with a clear head, fuzzy the head up afterwards.
But I mentioned that Gorick knew a little bit about the Chain Lord, and I relate what I learned from Gorick about like the person who tried to stand on a level with the gods and was bound for it.
Interesting dwarven tale, that. I will of course do what I can to have the scholars aid you in your search for knowledge. It is a shame, however, we did not seek out and acquire the items in the altar there. They had to be destroyed, but you have solved a great deal of problem for those outside of Kovir. I believe 500 GP was the portion that was due to the Seekers who investigated and cleared this up. And he
Excellent.
says, I obviously do not carry that with me. Come follow me, and I will acquire the gold for you. And he leads you into kind of a vault area of the tower where there is a old dwarf, not older than Gorick, but equally bearded and gray and wrinkled, who Lion Stalker tells, I am withdrawing 500 for the successful completion of the Beggar of Kolvir quest, and eventually 500 GP is pulled out of the vaults and issued to Tom Lightbringer.
Perfect.
So then, rest up well here in Sarmanath, but be wary. There are foul things afoot, more than just your friend Janlar here appearing. Although that is worrisome to Brand, I know. There was a manor house of an elven noble that was destroyed recently. Dara, I believe, has unearthed some troubling things, a black market of some kind. I don't follow it too closely. But when she came in to bust it, a fight broke out. Brand and Janlar herself had to come in and break it out. I believe there were some kind of cult involved. We are on high alert here in Sarmanath, but rest up and then go back about your seeking. Should you need anything to seek out, come find us. I will be happy to give you what we have available.
Thank you very much.
Excellent.
Greg, before we go any further, when I got back the necrotic eyes, did they say anything about those? I haven't actually had the chance to identify them yet, so I don't really know anything about them.
She said that they are clearly not rift magic, and handed them back to you.
Okay. I'm
but
kind of
that
nervous
is-
about
that is
keeping
all.
those with the book.
It's all good as long as it's not rift magic. So like, just bring all the evil shit from like the Silver Lord's realm and shit, and we should be fine. They'll let us keep all the corrupted items.
Well, I'm just thinking maybe...
I'm sorry.
try to-
She would not have given you those eyes back.
No,
They
that's what I'm
are
saying.
rift magic.
I
Hold
doubt
on.
she-
I need to
I
check
don't-
my notes.
I can't imagine her just giving me those eyes back without
Hold on.
having learned anything about them.
Notes. Yeah, no, you don't get those eyes back.
Good.
They're the one thing that aren't returned to you because they are rift magic. Everything
Okay,
else
so
you
I'm not-
picked up was not.
When she doesn't return them to me, I would ask her about them.
Right. Janlar herself just kind of, when she gave you back the rest of it, says, what is it you wish to know about the eyes? There's clearly some form of rift magic attached to them. I need to study them further.
I wish to know more about them myself. I haven't had a chance to study them since we acquired them from...
They hold some powerful
Graveyard.
magic, it's true. One strand of it seems to have been broken. I do not know what it's connected to. I used to study it further. They have the ability, I believe, to open things. They are a conduit, if you will, to more power. I will keep a close and watchful eye on the Arcanists when we study these.
I think that is probably best. Twice in my travels, I've been by this strange wizard. Who knows if the third time I'll be able to fend him off again.
Well,
It's probably important that we keep the things he's searching for far apart.
this is a wise call, yes. And you'll find that if he attacks here, it would be a fool's mistake. We are quite capable of defending ourselves.
And nobody can get in without using
Nobody but you, it seems.
special magic.
Very strange. Do you remember how you did that?
Story for another time.
Fair enough.
In the meantime, I would love to know more about these eyes. Anything you could tell me, I would much appreciate. I fear that the wizard will come looking for these eyes again, and any knowledge of them will help protect me and my companions.
All the more reason to keep them with us. I will, of course, make note to inform you when I learn more.
Thank you very much.
Excellent.
I leave her alone.
All right. So,
After we get the
Sandbar.
reward. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, after we get our reward money, I'd probably say to Chandler, why don't we go join our friends at the armor shop? Now we might have some armor to buy ourselves.
I'm pretty hungry. You want to stop by the pub first?
He hasn't
You see
eaten.
Tom with
I
like,
haven't eaten in 2 days.
yeah, Tom with like the biggest bit of conflict on his face.
It's all right. We won't spend their portion.
Yes. Yes. Let's do that first.
and so Tom and Chandler go to find a bar. Excellent.
Add to your character sheet. You have like you're an alcoholic under the floor section.
So, Sandbar and Rose, you went to find an armor shop. Are you
The
heading
same
to
one
the...
we went to last time.
Okay, excellent. You are heading to the same leather shop that you went to before. I have forgotten where I put his name, but this little kind of gnome opens the door once again, sees you, sees Rose wearing his beautiful studded leather armor, and goes, "Oh, excellent! Excellent! You've returned with more business. Tell me, how did the armor suit you? It was wonderful, yes?"
Yes, I was brought down to 1 HP twice, but I'm still here. So
But
that's
you
pretty good.
lived! But you
Exactly.
lived! Oh, it was the armor. True it was. So, tell me, what can we do for you? Come in. Oh, wonderful customer.
This time, I have silver to spend, and I've been looking forward to buying that glorious armor that man did not pick up.
Oh, well, you see it's gone.
Ah!
I said I would hold it for you, but there was someone with gold and it got sold.
As he's saying that, I'm like, oh, well, and I just shimmy my bag like slightly, and you hear 500 silver pieces just rattling, right? Like,
Ooh, well, what can I get for you? What is it that your mind desires?
I'm after the best light armor you can give me. I can't limit my movement too much, so
Light
can't go
armor?
to medium.
Flexible? Yes. Oh, good. Well, you see, I happen to be in luck. I ran across an adventurer who sold me some tough Otiug hide. I think I might be able to fit it to you. Yes, it would be, well, it would not be as nice as hers over here, but would be quite durable, quite flexible. Otiug hide, notoriously tough, so we could probably thin it out, keep it quite light, keep you nice and flexible. What do you say?
What are we talking stats-wise, my good sir?
Why, by heavens, I don't know what you mean.
Well, how much better will it be than this? And I just like like pull on the leather armor that I'm wearing.
Well, the Otyug hide, it would be the equivalent of a sturdy hide armor, but it would be light and flexible like leather.
Can you add studs to it? I feel like some
Studded hide armor? Oh, I suppose. Let us see here. What would be the best thing I could do?
I did like the ornate spikes that you had on, and I just turned to like face style of armor.
Alas,
You can't have them. They are mine.
Yes.
Oh, just like yours, Rose. I don't mean literally yours.
Oh, okay. Sorry, please continue. Sorry.
I'll tell you what, I have no special stud work. At the moment, I could put simple iron studs in it. But if you were to return with something special, perhaps I could work my gnomish wonders on it, yes. What would go well with Otyug hide? I do believe it would be wonderful to get Terion teeth or claws. Yes, no, the teeth. The teeth, that's what I really need to work with. If you could get me a few hundred Terion teeth, I could make you a marvelous piece of hide armor. Yes.
Could you add it afterwards? Because I can add it to my adventuring list of shit to get.
I suppose that would be an expensive alteration, much easier to do in the first draft.
Do you know if there would be any in town?
Pterodons?
No, the teeth, not them themselves. I mean,
Perhaps you might find a few here or there. I can't imagine you'd find the quantity that I need. Yes, no, I think you would have to go up into the mountains, my friend. Find them.
Well, that is in our game plan.
What'd you call it? A pterodon?
Pterodon, yes.
Pterodon.
Sounds like a dinosaur.
It kind of does, doesn't it? The winged creatures with nasty mandibles.
Shall we come back later then?
Oh,
Just
sure
stare at
thing,
Rose.
sure thing.
Can I ask one more question?
Oh, yes, what is your question?
And out of my backpack, I pulled one black dragon scale and I put it on the counter.
Oh, my.
What can you make out of this? I have a few of those. One second, let's check my sheet.
Scales, yes. Well, I have not had the opportunity to work with such great items before. You see a look of consternation just kind of appear over his
I'll just say
face.
I have 8 of them.
8, you say? Well, yes, they are quite large. The consternation kind of returns to his face, and he says, honestly, I could make you the best bit of scaled armor that money could buy. It would be dragon scale. This amount, these 8, they are quite large. He kind of eyes you up and down. Says, probably not enough to cover you fully. I could probably make a wonderful torso piece of this scaled armor, but these are dragon scales. It would be a waste of money. It really would. I would be happy to do it, honored even, but to draw out the magic of dragon scales, you would need a singer. And sadly, I am not.
If only Emily Pumpkin was still alive.
You knew one, and they're dead. Oh, that is unfortunate.
I also really like this one, and I just gently, touch the fur of my armor and say, I don't think I'm ready to let this one go yet.
It was a beautiful piece, wasn't it? Yes. I put a lot of labor into that one.
All right. Thank you. We'll be back.
Oh, good. Would you like to leave a down payment? I will reserve
Yes,
the
do not-
Otyug for you.
Don't sell it this time.
Right.
much do you
I
want?
have already made a partial sale. No reason to sell it again.
All right. How much?
All right. Let us say to hold the material for you. We will say 10 gold pieces. Yes.
Done. You can have it. And I just
Excellent.
reach into my pouch and give him 10.
Excellent. I will put this on hold for you.
I will be back. Do not sell it on me.
Oh.
I'm like, just eyeing him like dead eyes. I'm like, don't you sell this on me. I will cut your hands off.
Pinky swear.
Okay. So, anywhere else you wanted to go, Faye?
Nope. I'm good. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day.
He waves at you. Come again, good customer. Come with lots of coins.
Oh, I know what
I like this guy. He's always so friendly.
He is. He loves our money. He's such a nice man. We need to go to a Fletcher. Is that the bow guy? A boa?
Yes. There are many Fletchers in town. You went to one previously, yes?
I think so, but I wanna... Yeah, let's just go to the same one I went to last time. Consistency. This is literally me in real life. If I've gone somewhere once, I'm probably gonna go there.
Alrighty. So, you find yourself to a Fletcher's. It is more of a hunting lodge as much as it is a Fletcher's. They deal with all things bow strings, arrows. They deal with pelts as well.
Do they have the trophies hanging at the wall again?
They don't have like taxidermed heads or anything in here. They just have the tools of the trade. So, like, dried intestines and whatever that make the strings of these bows and the woods and the different components you might make arrows out of.
I poke the intestines and make them dangle in the wind as I wait for it.
If you wouldn't do that, those are drying at the moment. Fragile.
I just looked down at her. I looked down at her and I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't touch them. You kind of ruin the drying process. It's fine.
Oh,
don't worry about it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So
I blow on them. Does it make up for it?
As you blow on the drying intestine on one side of the hunting lodge, a couple of a master of the establishment comes forward to you. Says, yes. What can I do for you all today?
Please tell me, good sir, you make bows. Finest bows in the land. Lie to me, it's what I like to hear.
Well, of course. As you wish, sir. I make the finest bows in all the land.
Perfect. I have something very special that I would like to be made. And I pull out one of those big-ass fucking branches from the Silver Lord's realm.
Oh.
And I'm like, I would like a bow made out of this.
A long bow made out of that, you say?
Indeed.
Okay, well, he looks it over, says, I suppose it could be done. Does it bend? And he kind of takes it and tests its flexibility, begins making some small marks on it with a little ink well and a feather. Says, oh yes, I suppose this could be done. Yes.
This is very important. Try not to waste any of it and do not fuck it up. I do not have another to replace it. Well, I mean, I have another log, but it's not for this.
Well, a traditional longbow, we sell them here about 50 gold. To make your own, you are providing the material. However, this is going to cost some effort in craftsmanship. I think 65 gold for the completion of this?
How much were the gems worth that we got?
Did you demarcate them on your character sheet?
I got them off Janla, so I have no idea how much they're worth.
I have them listed as 3.33 gold each, because we got 200 gold pieces split 3 ways, and I have it listed that we got 20 jewels, but I think Faye had something different listed originally, so...
I could just give him 60 silver and that's gold, right?
The 60 silver would be 6 gold.
Yeah, how much did he want?
65 gold.
Fuck.
So you could give him 650 silver.
Do I have that much in? I have 500 silver, just straight up.
Yep.
And then I have a bunch of silver items. So I have a silver plate and... Oh, wait, can I just trade him a bottle of this fine 150G wine for the making of the bow?
He looks at it and says, "Oh, that does seem to be a decent make of wine. Sure. I could, if you throw that bottle in, I will call it done."
Cool. Can you make sure it's fine, if not mastercraft even?
Oh, well, it will be as good as I can make it.
Perfect.
Excellent.
How long will it take?
It will take me... Well, a normal bow would take me and my apprentices something on the range of a week, maybe a week and a half. With this new material, I would suggest coming back in 2. I want to make sure that it's done right.
Okay. Take your time. Don't fuck this up.
Will
Or I want
do.
that bottle of wine back, so don't open it until you're done.
I don't believe I'll be opening this myself. He smiles.
Good
and
man.
Puts it behind the counter.
Good man. Alright. Faye, do you need anything?
No, I think I'm good.
Garak, you still good?
Yes. I
Alright.
have no need of
Cool.
clothes.
Oh, wait. I need to buy more arrow components. I have 1 antler left, and I hold up my antler, then remember the depression that comes with it, and I just put it back in my bag.
Well,
I need
do have
20 arrow components, so I need shafts, tails. I've got the heads, obviously.
Ah, excellent. Well, yes. Please have a look around, he says, as he kind of points his way to the rest of the lodge. You can find various shafts of qualities, some long, some short, some thicker, a little thinner. Find one to your taste and balance. We have heads of many qualities as well. Feel free to peruse, and I will check you out with what you desire.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm just going to grab generic. I don't think... Can I get, components that make better arrows?
Not really.
Then
Not here. As you look around the shop, you begin looking at all the different items, and no, they do not have particularly +1 arrow materials here.
Yeah, because I'm going to use my horns for, obviously, that's what Sambar uses, right? Just horn parts. So it's, I guess, no, it'll be fine. I'll have to find what I'm looking for elsewhere. If you cut any excess off of making the bow, can you keep the scraps?
Oh, sure. I will keep the scraps for you.
I
won't
know
be
it
much
sounds
use to
odd.
you.
I know, but I know it sounds odd. They come from a special place. Can't have them just floating around or growing, even.
As you wish, sir. As you wish.
All right, let's go find the drunk. So to the tavern.
I think you're probably leaving the armor place at this point, and you see Tom kind of drunkenly strolling down the street, maybe on his own. I don't know if Janlard was done with eating yet.
No, he's coming with you. He's scarfed out that food. He hasn't eaten for 2 days. He's very hungry.
All right.
He's strolling down, and he says, "Is this the place?" Kind of looks at you guys.
And with the party rejoined, why don't we take a break there? And we'll come back and see what our intrepid seekers are up to in about 5 minutes. See you all then.
Bye.